That's the company that I want to sell my product to. Whoa, wait. This looks like an Indian company. Will they pay me? Hi guys, this is Sampath again from Intandemly, and today I kind of picked a topic which will resonate with a lot of people. And in fact, I've been talking about this to a lot of people that I keep meeting, and it's about how to deal with Indian companies and the workarounds. So, I want to give out some stories right now, so that, the context will be clearly set. Um, I actually had a cousin who came from a very small town and he came to a bigger city in India and took a loan and then, got a contract with a very big publishing company in India. It's been 3 years. The company needs to pay him around 100K USD, and then money never came. So because he could not meet his expenses, he had to shut his company and kind of go back to his small town. Very recently, I met a gentleman who's also my friend. He worked with one of the bigger hospitals in India, and they owe him 300K. They speak to him every day. They call him for tea, coffee, but the payments never come. I myself, I work with a very big real estate company. So sorry, I can't take names out. And my 11th month invoice has still never been cleared by them. So why is it so hard for vendors to work with Indian customers? Actually, to be really honest, payments is definitely not the problem. The problem is mentality and they taking you for granted. So, and also, I think, India is also the fastest growing economy. You've got 1.3 billion population. You've got the number of companies that kind of exist over here is maybe almost on par with the number of companies in the US. The market is huge, but why is it so hard to work with Indian companies? Okay, guys, now that I've actually given you some scenarios of what I have seen personally, let me also give you what are the workarounds if you want to deal with Indian companies around the world, even if you're an Indian company trying to deal with an Indian company or any company around the world. So, see, point number one is you choose the customer that you want to work with rather than the customer choosing you. So, assume that a particular company is interested to work with you. Do proper due diligence. Talk to their employees, talk to their contractors, talk to their vendors. If the payments are on time, and how they treat their vendors. Do they focus on long-term relationships, or all these aspects? I heavily recommend you to do this. Next, try to get into business with people whom you have a lot of references with. Typically, in India, if you're dealing with SMBs and small medium companies, you directly deal with owners. Then you typically you do not end up having very bad experiences. But the larger the company gets, I think that's where the problem is. So try to know someone within the company if you're if you're working with them as a customer. Point number three is really make your product super valuable. If you're a Me Too product and you're working with mediocre companies, that is where the issue is. Your offering or your product needs to be super unique. With that uniqueness comes command. That takes me to the fourth point, which is always work on advance payments. So it's also important that, okay, if it's a product, you can just take the money upfront. But if it's a service, package it in such a way, tweak it in such a way that you kind of recover your money at the start. Majority of the times problem arises if you actually are have a pay 50% payable left after your work is done and stuff. That's actually very important. Number five is have a super duper follow up mechanism. One amongst your team, whether it's from accounts or from any other department, needs to be on their head to recover payments. Payments will come, but you have to be behind them like nobody's business. See, on saying all this, I still feel India is a great market to play and and promote your products and service just because of the sheer volume. But you also need to be aware of all these points. Structure yourself, be prepared, and attack this market. I also have, a lot of Indian customers who are great. And of course, you also have certain experience which are bad. And that's why, I really want to be vocal about this. I would love to get all your people's feedbacks, if you had something like this in the past, or if you have better suggestions, please put it out, because I think a lot of companies are eyeing and they want to get into working with Indian companies. I'll be in touch with more videos, guys. Bye.